Okay, video one in this project is installing the hitch receiver. So I've got a draw-tight hitch that I ordered from eTrailer.com. Um, it's supposed to be an easy installation, so here's where we're going to start. We got the van up on ramps so we can get underneath, and we look underneath the van. There's a fascia there, a underpan. We're going to take that off and see what we see after that. Okay, underneath the vehicle, on the back panel here, this splash panel, bunch of screws. A couple of these that look like water drain plugs, but they're actually threaded. So put a screwdriver in there, spin those down. What I did is I reached up and pushed down on it, and it helped spin it down. Also, there's a handful of these types of pins right here. Just use a door tool. Pop the white part out and then pull it out. Real easy. So this is getting this splash shield down. Is really easy. Okay, so here's what comes with the trailer hitch kit: some bolts, a washer, and a lock washer. One for each bolt. And here's some part numbers here for the hitch itself. And there's the specs on it. So I'll be doing a weight distributing kit. We could do up to 5,000 pounds, which is way more than I need. And looking at this diagram, we're just going to put these bolts into what's in the frame. I mean, this is real easy. I'm going to go under there. I don't know that there's a need to shoot any more video. I guess if I run into trouble, I'll let you know. Other than that, this looks like super easy. Yay! Or I should say, yay! Well, nothing's ever easy as it looks when you're by yourself. Here's what I ran into. First, you're gonna have to lower the exhaust pipe in the back. Put a little oil on these shafts and just banged it with a mallet until it started to move, and then drove it off. When you're putting the hitch on, it's long and heavy. If you have another person, it's really going to be a lot easier. But what I did is I basically lifted it with my feet on that end and pressed it up on this end, moved the exhaust around, got those 3 bolts in. Of course, don't tighten them, and then work the other side, and that's where their problems began. Okay, while trying to work the other side, the hitch was the holes just weren't lining up with the bolt holes. So I ended up getting a long pry bar and jamming the pry bar. Sorry, hard to get. Jamming the pry bar between the chassis and then prying it. And I was able to do that by myself to the point where I could get those bolts to line up. But again, this is where 2 people would make your life much easier. Much easier. In fact, these cuts in the frame of the hitch are designed to let it flex. So they work. So this thing probably would have taken me 45 minutes if I was with another person, but because of all the bending, sorry, all the work needed with this pry bar, it took me a long time to get it right. I mean, it was just hard to line it up. So get the pry bar, or get a buddy and a pry bar. One last thing, I'm not putting that fascia back on right now because when I do the wiring, I'm going to bring a 7-pin connector up to here. I'm going to end up going through the floorboard up there or something, so I'm going to leave that off for now. It's actually listed as optional reinstallation in the directions. And you got to trim off a piece because it bangs into this side of the hitch. But anyway, there it is. Sorry about the lighting. I'm trying to be in the shade today.